You know, options trading can feel like you're just betting on these abstract numbers flying by on a screen. But what if you could actually see every possible future for that trade before you even click the button? Well, today, we're going to do just that. We're making the abstract tangible by visualizing the outcome of an option trade. Let's dive in.
So, this is the big question for any trader, right? How do you get past the textbook theory and actually see your potential profit or loss? How do you map out the financial battlefield before you commit a single dollar? We're about to build that exact map, right here, together.
Okay, first things first, we need to get one really important distinction straight. You'll hear textbooks talk all about payoff. That's just the options value at the very end. But in the real world, the only thing that matters is your profit and loss, or P&L. That's the payoff minus what you paid to get into the trade in the first place. That's your bottom line, and that's what we're going to focus on.
All right, so to figure out our real-world P&L, the very first thing we need to know is the cost of entry, the option's price, what we call the premium.
So we're not just talking in abstracts, let's lock in a super clear example. We're going to look at a standard European call option. All that means is it can only be exercised right at expiration. The stock's trading at $100 and our strike price is also $100. We call that at the money. And the clock is ticking, it expires in just 1 month.
So how do we get a price for this thing? Well, thankfully, we have some powerful tools that do all the heavy lifting for us. This little snippet of Python code here uses a library called QuantLab. We just feed it our key ingredients, stock price, strike price, time, plus some other crucial stuff like interest rates and how much we expect the stock to bounce around, and the model spits out our cost.
And boom, here's our number. The price for this option, our premium, is $2.49. Now, this isn't just a random number. It's the cost of our ticket to the game. It's the hurdle we have to clear to actually make a profit. So remember that number, $2.49. It's the foundation for everything that's about to come.
Okay, we've got our cost. Now for the really cool part, the core idea of this whole explainer. See, at its heart, a simple option trade isn't really a game against the market. It's a game against another person. And it's a zero-sum game.
Check this out. This graph shows us the world from the buyer's perspective. See that line along the bottom? That's the stock price when the option expires. That vertical line marks our $100 strike price. Now look at the red zone. Our loss is capped. It can't go any lower than that $2.49 we paid. But if the stock price takes off, our profit in that green zone is literally unlimited.
So when do we actually start making money? Take a look at where that P&L line crosses from red to green. That's our break-even point. And notice, it's not at the $100 strike price. We first have to earn back the premium we shelled out. So the stock has to climb all the way to our strike price plus that premium, $102.49, before we see a single penny of profit.
Okay, so that's our side of the coin as the buyer. But remember, we had to buy this option from someone. They're on the other side of this zero-sum game. So what does their world look like?
And here it is. This is the big aha moment. The seller's profit and loss is a perfect exact mirror image of ours. Our red zone of loss, that's their green zone of profit. Our unlimited potential gain, that's their unlimited potential loss. For every single dollar we make, they lose a dollar and vice versa. This is what we mean by a zero-sum game, visualized right in front of you.
So that's a call option, which is a bet that the stock's going to go up. But what about puts, which are a bet that the stock's going to go down? Does this whole mirror image zero-sum thing still work? Let's find out.
Oh yeah, it absolutely does. Here are the P&L graphs for buying a put and selling a put. It is the exact same mirror image relationship, just flipped upside down. The buyer makes money if the stock tanks, and every dollar of that profit comes directly out of the seller's pocket. This zero-sum principle is a fundamental law for these simple trades.
All right, so now that we've got the basics down, these fundamental building blocks, let's start, well, building something with them. Let's see how we can combine them to create some more sophisticated trading strategies.
Now, this is a really powerful idea. What if you don't have a clue if the stock will go up or down, but you have a really strong feeling that it's about to move a lot? Well, you can actually trade that idea. You can bet on volatility itself.
One of the classic ways to do this is with something called a straddle. And it's actually surprisingly simple. You just take your two basic building blocks. You buy a call and you buy a put, both with the same strike price. Now you're betting on chaos. You win if the price makes a big move, whether it's up or down.
And this is what that strategy looks like. You can kind of see the ghosts of the individual call and put options in the background. Our final P&L is just the two of them added together, and it creates this awesome V-shape. Now, if the stock price just sits there and does nothing, we lose money. That's the red triangle in the middle. But if it makes a big breakout in either direction, we get into those green zones of profit.
So, we've gone through all these charts, all these visuals. After seeing options in this new light, what's the big takeaway here? What's the main thing to remember?
Well, we've definitely seen that what really matters is your actual profit or loss, not just some abstract theory. We've visualized crystal clear how every simple trade is a zero-sum game, where the buyers' and sellers' fortunes are perfect mirror images. And we've learned that these basic options are like Lego bricks for building much more complex and powerful strategies.
But visualizing these payoffs does way more than just show you your potential profit. It forces you to confront the true nature of risk. It makes you see that for every beautiful, unlimited potential upside that everyone loves to talk about,
There's an equally terrifying, unlimited potential loss staring someone else right in the face. These graphs make that risk totally undeniable. And they leave us with the single most important question any trader can ever ask. Which side of that mirror are you on?